Marcus Ben and I are here to do a live reaction to Brock Lesnar fighting Mark Hunt at UFC 200. This is part of the Wrong Real Podcast, episode 160. So if you want to hear the episode in its entirety, go to our iTunes channel, but we just thought it'd be fun to do this video as well. So we're doing double duty. We're recording on these mics for the podcast and this mic for the video. So Marcus, if you freak out or scream, do so into this mic for the sake of the video.
If you have a primal reaction, try to be conscious of it.
But for people who have not listened to the podcast, real quick, I'm an MMA fan. You're a wrestling fan. If you could just talk a little bit about your background with Brock Lesnar and your conflicted relationship with him.
Background with Brock Lesnar is he's a very talented wrestler in every capacity, in the collegiate realm and in the professional wrestling realm, but I just think he doesn't... I'm not going to catch heat from this because a lot of wrestling fans aren't going to watch or listen to this. I just don't think he respects the wrestling business too much, as talented as he is. He's given a lot of free range that Vince McMahon, he just pretty much runs all of pro wrestling, but who runs WWF, he gives Brock Lesnar a free pass to do stuff, whereas people who are much better at wrestling than Brock Lesnar, never got, and that's from The Rock to Steve Austin, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. And I don't fully get it. I get that Brock Lesnar is an attraction, clearly. Like, everyone is here to see this fight. Even if John Jones tested negative, they'd be here for this. And I just don't fully get why Brock Lesnar gets all of the, leeway that he does where other wrestlers haven't. He's just giving special treatment. And it's not even really his fault. He's, it's more, my beef is more with Vince McMahon. But, yeah, I don't know. I just... Like I said when I was giving my prediction earlier, I think Mark Hunt's going to win. But if Brock Lesnar wins, cool. He's an amazing athlete. Something about him just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
I can't believe you predicted him to win this match by F5. That was it.
All right, you guys, what is F5? I don't know.
So for those who are novices to wrestling, every wrestler has a finishing move. Like Hulk Hogan had, the leg drop.
The big boot.
The big boot, rather.
Just so we're going to sync up. The fight
we're starting. Oh, here we go.
And so we're at 4 minutes 55 seconds on the first round. So yeah, we're waiting for that F5.
Macho Man had the elbow drop. Jake the Snake had the DDT. Iron Sheik had the combo clutch. Yeah. Undertaker used to have the pile driver until it was outlawed, but Brock Lesnar's finishing move is the F5, which he will not be doing.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, sharpshooter.
What was your favorite? Was it the Razor's Edge?
Razor's Edge was absolutely my favorite finishing move, or the Ghetto Blaster.
What was Mankind's?
The Ghetto Blaster.
Who's my favorite wrestler?
I love Mankind's because it just made no sense.
Oh, the mandible claw. The mandible claw. That was gross.
Yeah.
Because there was a period where they would have the white foam coming out at one point. All right, starting off slow here. Oh, okay.
Brock looks fucking shredded, though. He obviously
really
has not been lazy.
He looks great. He's moving good, too.
He looks a little leaner than he used to back in because he fought in the UFC 2008 to 2011.
He looks so much bigger than this other guy, though.
Yeah. And Mark Hunt's big, too. So it's scary.
Yeah, Mark Hunt has to lose weight to make 265. He's just very, very dense. He's just he's not shredded, but he's so goddamn powerful. I mean, look at his thighs. It's like, I don't know. It's like as dense as like the heart of a black hole.
I want to shout out all my Samoans because the sport of professional wrestling wouldn't be what it was had it not been for Samoans, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
So.
And what was it, the Samoan necktie when they cut your throat and pull your tongue out so it hangs down like a necktie?
I thought it was a Colombian.
Yeah, that's a Colombian necktie.
Oh, Colombian necktie?
Yeah, that's definitely.
What the Samoans have some sort of famous?
No, they just really like ties.
Also, look at Mark Hunt's knees. He probably got the best knees for taking damage in the UFC. Most people's knees are like made out of glass and pretty fragile.
Whoa!
Little slip.
There was a banana peel on.
Somebody get the mop boy out there.
Mark's just like measuring.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
Oh, he wants to take him down so bad.
Yeah. Well, look at him. He's cheating. He's holding the fucking fence. He's like, I don't want to go down.
You saw that ref slapped his hand away? That was great.
They'll give you a warning the first time. They'll take away points if you do it again. But Mark Hunt desperately does not want to do that.
Okay.
Elmore Leonard loves Samoans too.
Never mind. I think Brock Lesnar's going to win.
You can't change. You predicted second round knockout by Mark Hunt. But yeah, people forget. Lesnar is a freaking nature. All that crazy Viking DNA from 1,000 years ago when they were raping and killing their way across continental Europe, it's all been distilled
Mark Hunt seems to be doing all right
into Brock Lesnar.
He's got some wildling blood in him.
God, yeah, Mark Hunt is not a tiny weakling either. Look at that guy.
Well, I think he's got more knockouts than anyone
Can
else
you
in the heavyweight
can you,
division.
wait,
in
can you
UFC
imagine
history.
being strong enough though that Brock Lesnar's got you on the ground and you push him off and stand up?
Yeah.
I do have to say, I really don't like Lesnar's tattoos in comparison to Hunt's.
You don't like his giant knife?
No, I don't like. It's very like Ed Hardy. It
Mark
looks like an Ed
Hunt's
Hardy
feel
shirt.
more cultural, kind of more aboriginal
Yeah.
than
I mean, I'm
There's
not.
tradi-
I'm not
it's
digging the
steeped in
flames.
tradition. I
Oh boy.
prefer that.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
The flames are not.
If
a
I was to
highlight.
go based on the tattoos, I want Hunter. You know, I think there's just a little bit more taste involved.
It doesn't matter what's going to happen, because come SummerSlam, Randy Orton's going to RKO Brock Lesnar out of nowhere.
what's an RKO?
Oh, wouldn't you love if
It's
this
a
match
finishing
ended
move.
with
It's
an
like
RKO out of nowhere?
it's like a more agile version of the Stone Cold Stunner.
But
it's like more like a.
I don't know what that is
what it's
either.
called.
But let me say-
I need the professional
But let me
wrestling
say, look up when you're done here.
Oh yeah, RKO
YouTube
out of nowhere.
RKO out of nowhere.
Yes,
People
it'll
take
make your
him,
night.
yeah,
It'll-
and put him doing the RKO into like other clips of like people
skateboarders
falling down
or,
or
like, people falling off.
Jameis Winston fumbling and
All right, well, here's the crazy reality. If Brock Lesnar wins this fight, that means, just on star power alone, you're talking about the special treatment he receives, he will get a title shot totally. I mean, Cain Velasquez deserves the next title shot. We saw a Cain Velasquez fight earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez is the much more deserving contender, but just on star power alone and ratings, Brock Lesnar will get a title shot based on this victory if he is in fact victorious.
it's
Brock
okay, good for him.
Lesnar needs to shave off the rest of his head on top. It makes his head look
Shave on
weird.
his head or his hair?
Yeah, the hair. I mean, no, he has to just
No,
decapitate
everything
himself.
about his style is terrible. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
I really, I just,
I just hate looking at him. Although he's Mark
okay.
Hunt probably
Oh,
hates looking
shit,
at him
that's
worse.
Suplex City.
Oh, wow.
But Mark Hunt though has a chain
Wow.
made out of cinder blocks and granite. I don't think he's
Wow.
gonna get knocked out.
Why doesn't he just start pounding on his head right now?
Yeah. Oh no.
Wow, full mount.
Just make it through the round,
Mark Hunt
man.
is in all kinds of trouble, but only got 16 seconds to go.
Oh.
But literally punching him in the head is like just punching.
I
a giant
refuse to
boulder.
believe that they're the same weight, though. Lesnar's so fucking big. He's got so much muscle on him, too.
Yeah, I think they both walk around at like 285, but Mark Hunt's been known to be well over
Ooh.
300 when he's
Ooh.
not training for a fight. Mark Hunt balloons up. I think he was trying to get in better shape for this fight because he knew there'd be like, demands on his cardio.
God, but he's unflappable. Look at him getting up.
Oh, he's super chill. He's like the most calm, relaxed fighter on the planet. It's like, oh, it's all right, mate. Give him next round.
You know, that's Samoan
Ooh. Oh,
mentality.
Brock Lesnar can hit a little better now.
He's always been good at the ground and pound. He's not necessarily good at like jab, jab, cross, and
Sure,
all that kind of stuff. But if he gets you, he can
Brock's
hold you
got a little
down. And,
smirk on his face. He's feeling himself.
well, he definitely won the round. without a doubt.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You could tell by the perk of his nipples.
He started thinking, "Fuck this wrestling shit. I'm back."
Yeah, I know.
Because
And that's definitely that's the kind of guy he is too. If he wins this fight, I wouldn't be maybe he has
He's
some
like
kind of
out of
SummerSlam
SummerSlam,
contract. But he's still after SummerSlam he might be like, peace WWE. I'm gonna go back to this.
Heyo.
Because that's the kind of guy Brock is. I mean, I respect him. He's a competitor, so this will probably just whet his appetite even more.
What is that? What's that back muscle right under the
those are
pits?
his lats that look like
Jesus
wings.
Christ! Yeah, he could fly off on those.
No, he is a genetic super freak. And his wife's a genetic super freak as well. He's married to this insanely tall, blonde, muscular wrestler chick. I think her name was Sable. And
She wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't a very
Wait,
good
he's
wrestler.
married to Sable?
Yeah.
Wait, Mark
I didn't know
Romero
that.
is Sable?
No, Mark Marrow, but
Mark
he
Marrow,
took her
thank
from.
you,
They traveled together, and they just kind of hit it off, and
How
she
old is
left
she
him.
now?
She's a little older than him.
Hey, the older the violin, the sweeter the music. Especially when it comes to Sable.
Hey, I'm 34. My fiance is 41, so
Interesting.
that's how I do.
I brought this podcast to stuff.
Yeah, no, Jesus, yeah, that was kind of yeah.
Sorry, I'm engrossed in that. In the fight.
Listen, I like them
Yeah.
specifically a year and a half younger than me.
I just like to remind my fiance. There's a period in time where I was 14 and she was 21. I like
Yeah.
saying that.
Very
It
nice.
freaks her out.
Nah, I've always been into older chicks, without a doubt.
Don't you
Yeah.
think going like... There's a time when she was 18 and you were 11?
Oh no,
would be
no. I go that route too. Yeah,
Even more.
I gotta
upsetting.
watch out because Chris's son is my competition,
Yeah, my son is a big fan of Marcus's fiance.
and I think he's
Look
got
how
a
good
shot.
that gaffing is. I just move in front of the light, and then you can see the shadow. I'm sorry, I'm too drunk that I'm fascinated
Huge
by
high
this.
five to Mikhail Kardimov for supplying the lighting because the lighting just wasn't working before.
sitting with a lamp on
Yeah,
my
I'm
lap.
gonna have to come up with a much better system the next go around if we do this again. But trying to do video and podcast at the same time is probably a little overly ambitious, but we're doing it, so fuck it.
Okay.
We're all in.
So why is Lesnar
Brock is
not
still-
moved for any
Yeah, he's got chicken legs. Look at his calves.
takedowns?
That's kind of always how it's. Actually, that's not how he's always. When he was in WWE,
he did
at
more
first.
like
he was more well rounded.
Yeah, his calves look really weird in comparison to the rest of his body. It's like
Yeah.
a
a
carrot.
lot
Why
of
is
wrestlers,
low?
that's the
Did you
first
see
place
that?
They cut weight is they stop doing like the powerlifting.
He
with the
doesn't
legs.
seem that tight. He's shit.
You know, I'm gonna say it straight. I don't
Whoa,
find
whoa,
him
whoa.
attractive.
Yeah, Mark Hunt's like no, enough of that
No,
takedown
I just
shit.
don't.
Mark Hunt
Who, Lesnar?
is
Yeah.
headhunting.
Hey, from the
Lesnar's
neck down,
gross.
from the neck down.
From the neck
He's a
down,
handsome guy.
what? He's got those terrible tattoos, the
It's
chicken
just,
legs.
It's just the chicken legs. I
I'm
can't get
taking.
over it.
Donald
I'm
Trump
forgetting about the
face.
tattoos.
As a leg man, I can't forgive him for his fucking calves. I just can't.
I mean, this is not a battle of the world's sexiest men here in the ring.
I don't know. Men like this will never have problem finding women because they're just like, I want that animalistic,
Especially in
Absolutely.
Vegas. They
In my
will have no
absolutely.
issue with that
Like
in
I
Vegas.
want to make some super babies.
Yeah, but I mean, never have a problem finding women. Like
What's the
fucking
quality
Gary
of these
Ridgway
ones?
was married. Like who you can get somebody, anyone can.
You
I
just
guess the
gotta
question
work it.
if you could pick between being
Very
small, lean, and
Wow.
shredded like Bruce
Okay.
Lee or
We're going
massive,
there.
huge, and
No,
gigantic
Kenneth
like Barbie.
Bianchi was married.
Bruce Lee. I would
Yeah.
rather look like Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee versus Brock
I just
Lesnar.
wasn't expecting.
What about you, Marcus? Bruce, would you rather be Bruce Lee or Brock Lesnar in terms of physique?
Oh, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
100%.
that's
Bruce
like,
Lee.
that's the ideal
Absolutely.
shape.
Bruce
But
Lee.
he literally was 50% of Brock Lesnar's weight, man.
I'd rather remain the way I look than how
No,
Brock
I take that
Lesnar
back.
Yeah,
looks.
Bruce Lee is
okay.
a super sexy man.
Oh,
No, but
fuck
still,
yeah.
you know what? I'm sorry. I'm reneging. I'd go with Brock Lesnar route.
Over
straight
what? Of what? Who do you want
Bruce
to look
Lee.
like?
As opposed to Bruce
Yes.
Lee?
Yeah, I know. I'm serious. I would.
Gross. Get out of here.
Hey, I'm just telling you.
But are you working your calves a little more than Lesnar?
Only
you
You
just-
gotta
calves-
get those calves in
I
proportion
squat-
to the rest of your
I
body.
squat about
Are
5,
you
6
just
times
saying
a
that
week,
because
so I'd say
Lesnar is closer
So
to your
that's the only-
natural
You squat 5
size?
times a week?
kind of 5 to
Goddamn.
6 times a week. Yeah.
Marcus, I prefer your calves to Lesnar's. I'm
Oh,
gonna be
thank you.
honest with you.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm just
So
gonna-
if you could put Marcus's
Mark Hunt
calves
landed
on
one
Lesnar's
decent
body,
shot. I feel like if Mark Hunt would land
Same color. We're not gonna switch up the color. We're gonna make him a real freak. We're gonna give him black calves.
I'm amazed though that Mark Hunt hasn't been able to land more strikes. I mean,
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar.
But he
is-
doesn't seem to be right when I say
He
that.
also
but still.
seems like he's working Lesnar.
who has the reach though?
Like
I don't
that.
Hunt
he's-
seems to be winding up for the big. He's headhunting. He's waiting for the big
Yeah.
shots. He's not throwing combinations.
But you know, he's still in it. Like
Scary.
He's
his
also-
head's still in it.
He's being super careful not to walk into a takedown.
Yeah, he's done with
He's
that.
very hesitant.
But there it is.
Yeah, you just can't fuck with Brock Lesnar's takedown abilities. He's just like a tank.
Just elbow him.
Just
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 There we
start
go,
like
just
hacking
right
down
there.
on him.
well, if he lets go of that hand, or basically Brock Lesnar's controlling that fist very deliberately.
Look at
Brock
that
Lesnar's
arm.
wrist.
Sure.
Mikhail, you still doing your push-ups?
Yeah, bro.
Excellent.
I run every morning now, though. I've got it. It's nice working a living half an hour.
You got
from work.
17 seconds. Take some shots. Come
Yeah,
on.
I squatted today, and coming up to this apartment was not fun for me. I dreaded it.
Yeah,
actually.
on leg day, 4-floor walk-ups are not fun
Yeah.
at all. I will say
Good
this
butt
though:
shot.
every single fight on the card so far, we've
Oh.
done nothing but talk about
Oh.
flicks. This fight, we've actually watched the fight, talked about the fight.
Yeah.
So you gotta say,
No, I think there's
I want
a
to
nice
now
balance.
that we're at a round break. There's a great platform. There's a great Wrong Reel has a lot of listeners. I just want to say I want to get this on a major platform. I love Tom Hardy, but Brock Lesnar should have been Bane. Physically,
well, physically, 100%.
Tom Hardy should have done the voice. and
No,
Brock
but
Lesnar
Tom
should have
Hardy's
physically.
physicality in Warrior should have been Bane's physicality.
Yeah, but size-wise,
Tom
Bane was a
Hardy's-
freak.
Yeah,
How
Tom
about
Hardy's a
this?
foot
How about
short.
this?
What's that?
They
What?
should have not made that terrible movie with anyone as Bane until they fixed the script.
Hey,
How about that?
you know what?
Fair
I
enough.
fucking hate that movie.
Hey.
I hate
Yeah, I'm not
that
really a
fucking
fan
My
of it either.
3-year-old niece loves it. That might sound like a joke, but it's actually true. My brother-in-law was watching movies in bed the other night, and he was like, "No, this is wildly inappropriate. You're not allowed to watch this movie." She's like, "I want to see Batman. I want to see
It's like,
Batman."
I've already seen it.
And
Batman's barely in it.
and I was like, "That's my point." It's like he doesn't even show up for like 45 minutes. She fucking loved it. She
Yeah.
was totally spelled, and she'd not seen Batman again. She'd not seen The Dark Knight, but she loves Dark Knight Rises.
There's some good ideas going on it, but they clearly were just like, "Fuck, we don't have the Joker
I
anymore."
was
I
like,
don't
Anne
know where the fuck
Hathaway
we're
in
taking
her
this.
suit looked mighty nice.
Oh, but the high heels, I couldn't get over just how irrational
They're not
that
practical.
was. Yeah.
I just love
Thank
how the
you, that's
movie
what I was
ends
looking
and they
for.
give off this vibe that, like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's going to be a new crime fighter. No, he's not. He's going to go out on his first mission and get stabbed.
I also
just like
hate
Kick-Ass.
Gordon Levitt.
Just like, just
All right, Mark Hunt, if you're going to do anything, now's the time to do it because Mark Hunt is incredible.
He's going to have to just go for it.
He fears the takedown so much he is not letting his hand go. And justifiably so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never mind, I'll take back everything I said.
Okay.
Real quick, I couldn't get over how that movie was all of a sudden in New York as opposed to Chicago, too.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
God,
Oh, boy.
those
Oh, boy.
those
Oh, boy.
takedowns are
Oh, boy.
just biblical. Yeah, once you get your hands
Oh,
locked together behind
shit.
the butt,
Oh,
you're
boy.
going for a ride.
Oh, no.
I don't know, looking at the two of them, it just makes it seem like Lesnar is just so much heavier than him or more powerful
Especially
or something.
now, he's just like...
Look at this way, like his
Smothering him.
pec is kind of like sagging over Mark Hunt's arm.
Yeah.
There's just so much
Yeah.
mass there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are not small human beings.
Oh.
Any second, they're going to start fucking.
One would hope. Really, one would hope.
I guess if they were in prison and it was Saturday night, who is...
Isn't their real opponent their inability to feel love?
I guess so. But yeah,
oh, man.
but
Lesnar's landing some...
who would be the
But he's
Raver,
got
who would be the
Lesnar
Ray B
bleeding,
if there were
right?
no guards around?
Look, he's got Lesnar bleeding.
Does he?
I think
Yeah,
I think
out of
that,
his ear.
I think that last
Oh.
combination he landed a little bit.
That was a
He's
nice
got him-
little,
he's
Because
got-
when they were standing earlier, he dinged him.
Yeah, fucking Lesnar, man.
God, his
It's
head
crazy
is
'cause,
so
like,
gristly.
Diverticulitis took him out of the sport prematurely. We had to have I think
Yeah, yellow
8 inches of
armpits.
his colon removed.
Wow. Jeez.
And when he came back from the surgery, he fought Alistair Overeem. And the first thing Alistair Overeem did was throw a body kick that would have chopped down a fucking oak. And he just was like, no mas, I don't need to be kicked that hard where I just had the scalpel cutting out parts of my anatomy.
This is the last round, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the last round.
that's
And then it's
unfortunate. I
on
really
to
want
Cupcake.
I really hope Hunt spins him off or something. I just
Want to see Mark Hunt at least get one last chance to get a combination in.
Yeah.
Since I was
would
wrong
love to see
about my
Hunt knock him
prediction,
the fuck out.
it
I mean, if
refreshes
this was
everything,
Silva down
and I
there,
want Brock
they'd make
Lesnar
him
to
stand
win.
up.
I'm being that guy. Oh,
But now you know why Brock Lesnar gets special treatment because he wins over the fan.
that's true.
Star power in any endeavor will go.
But this
along
is
with
what I'm saying. In the Silva match, the ref would have been having him stand
Oh.
up by now.
different ref though.
That's
Different refs for different. Every fight is a different ref.
Also, he's advancing it by pummeling the shit out of his face.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a very very subjective position to be a ref, and there's no clear.
Would you
criteria.
say it's the most subjective?
Well, they definitely had the
aspect of
most
the
control over the
minutes
fight
14?
apart from the individual fighters.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, for years it was always just Big John in every single fight. They called him the third man in the octagon. He was the third man in the octagon for 10 fucking years, and finally I was like, guys, it actually is tiring being the ref. But yeah, this is a very dominant position that Brock's got.
ah,
Brock doesn't have that
Ooh.
one-punch knockout power, but he can just...
which is ridiculous.
Look at his arms!
Well,
He
he,
probably
should-
can't
he's
snap it
always.
fast
You know
enough.
why he didn't make it in the NFL is he had no technique. And
He had
he's
no
a guy.
calves, Chris.
Well, that's
It's a
true.
bit like Superman.
He didn't
Superman,
have those
take away
Marcus
his power,
calves.
Superman doesn't have any
Yeah.
skill. Superman's like, he never had to learn technique because he's so powerful. Batman has to learn technique because he's not very powerful.
As Zack Snyder fucking showed us in Batman vs. Superman.
What about Wonder Woman? Where does she stand on the technique and power?
Well, she comes from a warrior culture. So she's been training to be a warrior since birth.
And you know she's got calves.
She doesn't have calves, but she's hot as balls anyway. But yeah. What's her name?
Godot?
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot.
Gal Gadot. She's insanely beautiful in the armor, but no one's going to talk about her Brock Lesnar muscles or anything like that. She's
They're not going to talk about her acting.
she's
either,
pretty
I think.
slender.
Oof.
But I-
Fair.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the she's so awesome reaction. It's she stands there a little bit.
I mean, in comparison to Ben Affleck, maybe?
Ben Affleck wasn't bad in it. The bad
No, you're
thing
right.
was-
Yeah,
The bad thing was
yeah,
the
but,
movie.
but do you
Zack
as
Snyder
an
was the
act,
bad part.
do you imagine as an actor you're oh, you know what? I'm really proud of that performance. The critics said I wasn't bad. You know?
I mean, I'd rather
What do we
be
got? What do
in
we
the,
got? What-
the part of the movie that people like.
No,
than the
Brock,
part of
that's
the movie
not
people
doing it. That's not going to do it.
I mean, he's going to win on points, and this fight's over in 30
Yeah.
seconds. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Brock Lesnar, for better or for
No, he
worse, is
won.
back in the UFC. But if he fights Cain Velasquez again, I don't think it's going to end any differently than the first time they fought. Cain Velasquez destroyed Brock Lesnar when they fought. Cain Velasquez took
That's
his
not,
belt.
Stop doing that.
I don't understand this. This is just foreplay in the Karadimov household. We like to just kind of paw at each other's faces like that.
That's what we just call wrestling for the pussy.
Yeah. First we watch Antichrist with the nieces, and then
Absolutely.
we go to the bedroom.
As one should.
Paw at the faces.
All right.
Do they
I
make
think
out
he
at
knows
this
he won.
point?
I think he knows he won.
Listen, I'm not an expert at UFC. Aren't they supposed to make out at this point?
I was hoping for a big dramatic finish. Sadly, we did not get it. I was making this video because I wanted at some point Marcus and I to go, "Go!" But we didn't get that chance. So I apologize, YouTube videos, for a lack of silly dramatic responses.
There was some good homoeroticism going on, though.
But then I'm going to keep the video going until they announce the official decision, just in case anything weird happens. But then we'll cancel the video. And
like an RKO out of nowhere. Because Randy Orton's his next opponent. He needs to start.
It was strange how you could just keep bringing him down so easily.
Well, the key is you have to lock your hands behind their legs. Most fighters, if they have the flexibility, will essentially go into this crazy split against the cage, so the wrestler can't lock their hands together. If you can't lock your hands together, there is no takedown. But if Mark Hunt can do more than touch his knees,
what was that to do with his lips? What was that about?
Brrr. It's cold in here. Cranking the AC.
I think I found my Halloween costume. It's gotta get in shape.
I think if I ever made
rock out with your Brock out,
a contemplative MMA movie, the first scene would be someone just sunken in a bed of ice, just cooling themselves off after a fight or something.
You've got a lot of weird preoccupation with temperature shots. You've got that other thing where a guy's
the steaming dick.
Yeah, the steaming dick in the snow.
That's a great shot, isn't it though?
What is it? What are we talking about?
So I thought of I think the most fucking awesome shot would be that someone fucked in really cold weather and then they pulled their dick out and you just had a close up of a steaming dick in the wilderness.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hold on,
that's where I go.
We're gonna get the official result now.
Jimmy, don't you want to see that though to a certain extent?
Sure.
Yeah.
What did
go
Michael
You want to produce my penis short film?
Where did Bruce Buffer come from? Oh.
You know how Bergman was obsessed with the actor's face? Just close up some penises, man, in different temperature.
That is a movie that definitely has not been made yet.
Yeah.
All right, well, Brock Lesnar wins by decision. I was hoping for a dramatic finish. I never in a million years thought this would go to decision either way, but somehow it did. But Marcus, any closing words for the video before I press stop on the video?
I feel like there's a good thing out of this because I think the SummerSlam pay-per-views, the SummerSlam views are going to go through the roof now because that's his next, unless some crazy contractual stuff goes on. Because again, I think this fight just whet his appetite, but he is contractually obligated to fight at SummerSlam. He's fighting Randy Orton in what's going to be a great, event. So this is good for wrestling. He was a wrestler first, so
It's good for MMA too, though, because he brings in a crowd to watch that ordinarily does not watch MMA unless he is fighting.
That's true. Yeah.
He drives up the numbers, so I feel like
it's
cool when the wrestlers come over to MMA, and it's cool when the MMA guys go over to wrestling. So yeah, it's good to have a little.
And he's not the only, maybe not on this level, but other pro wrestlers like Bobby Lashley, Batista, they've all done, CM Punk is supposed to when is CM Punk actually going
He's
to fight?
never
September.
going to.
No, September. If he doesn't,
I know he doesn't want to.
No.
He got a surgery. But CM Punk is fighting in September. He's a white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Probably the only first white belt to ever fight in the UFC. But he's getting that.
But
fight.
you already said it.
I didn't have a headline.
He said from one white boy to all nationalities, we got to stand together.
Wait, you guys have been
Okay.
hearing
I
this
haven't
entire
been
fight?
hearing any of
Yes,
it.
only Marcus got the headphones.
yeah,
I wanted Marcus to be able to hear.
Oh,
okay, there's my baby. But now I'm
Well,
plugged
mine
in
is
and everything.
plugged in.
No. Just I'm just
Oh,
wondering
you
after the
took
video.
volume
Anyway,
down,
that's enough for this video. I'm signing off because I'm tired of holding two microphones.
Oh, that's Sable now?
Fuck
That's